the 4-hour price chart for NVIDIA Corporation, stock ticker NVDA. So as we can see here, there's a large amount of selling pressure that's occurring in the market right now. There's a huge amount of uncertainty that is being derived from the recent round of earnings reports that have been released. So we are seeing some downside breakage of important support levels. So anybody that's looking to trade this stock will need to identify some specific price zones so that we can sort of identify some trading strategies here going forward. So if we just sort of drill in a bit here, we can see that prior resistance zones are starting to work in line with exponential moving average cluster ranges here. So as we can see, this top zone here really did fail at this 50 period exponential moving average, which is this orange line here. Prior highs came in at just around 120.15, just above 120. And then we did see a fairly significant price failure here into today's open. So as this occurred, we did lose support zones, which came in previously at 102.54. This is significant because these new lows are now coming in at 101.37. And this does violate some of the prior trading regions that we were sort of looking at previously as far as downside potential for the stock. So if we just sort of take a broader look here and possibly redo these Fibonacci analysis points here in line with the longer term uptrend, we can see that this current level now roughly comes in contact with the 618 retracement of this dominant bull wave here that we were seeing during prior trading sessions. To arrive at these numbers, we use the April 19th lows and then extend this movement to the June 20th highs. And here we can see that overall this trend wave here puts the 618 Fibonacci retracement just ahead of the $100 mark. So this is significant here because even though we are seeing a bit of a bounce, we are now coming into contact with these very significant support zones, which could sort of change the trajectory for the stock here, definitely for the rest of the summer and possibly even through the rest of the year. So these are very significant price movements here. We will be drilling down here into the hourly chart to sort of get a better sense of what these price movements actually look like. So here, what is possibly most interesting is the fact that we're actually getting a bit of a false breakout to the downside here, because as we can see, share prices did break this 102 support zone at 102.50, but then we have seen a bit of a bounce here that has followed. So that's not really the conventional wisdom. Usually, when you see a break like this to the downside, normally you see a bit of follow through here. But anybody that's been watching NVIDIA stock knows that we have seen this type of price action relatively recently. We saw this during the July 25 trading session, where prices did breach this 107 mark. 106.90 was really the main Fibonacci support level to watch, but we did see a bit of slippage here because there was a lot of selling activity that was occurring in the broader market. This can cause erratic and volatile price movements, and it can cause share prices to sort of extend past where they would normally find support levels or things like that. Simply due to the fact that there's just so much broad-based selling pressure that's occurring in the market. If we look at the stock benchmarks today, we can see that that type of activity is present in the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. Overall, these figures, they are important because this does suggest that we're sort of entering into new territory as far as the technology space is concerned, and as the broader market is concerned. So here, when we take a closer look here at the hourly chart, we can see another example of failure here, right at the top of this exponential moving average cluster. The 4-hour chart looks a bit different because that's a different time frame. Each bar on that chart represents a 4-hour trading period. Here we have the hourly chart, but we can see similar, sort of behavior here that's really occurring right around the top of the exponential moving average cluster. So the fact that we were not able to break convincingly above this 120 mark is concerning for the stock. And then certainly this break below 102.50 is absolutely concerning for the stock because it does suggest that we might get some relief rallies here, but we could start to be, blocked by this, 110 level, which does represent the bottom of the exponential moving average cluster on the 1 hour chart. So going forward, what I would really need to see here in order to sort of revise this outlook would be to see a break back above 120. Currently, we're not really close to trading at that level at the moment. We're trading right around 107 at the time of writing. But we're really going to need to pay attention here to what is going on in the broader market, because there was significant economic data that was released this morning, and then this follows a series of very important earnings releases that came out of the technology sector. 4 out of the 7 Mag 7 stocks reported earnings this week, in addition to AMD and Intel. So those are not exactly small names in the market, and we did see some disappointing figures within some of these names. So overall, the downward trajectory here does appear to be kind of guiding the show, overtaking the market as a whole. Even though we are seeing a bit of a relief rally here in NVIDIA specifically. It's possible that people could see this as a bounce and could see these lower trading levels as sort of an opportunity to buy the stock. But what we have to understand here is that there are broader forces at work at the moment, and this really is not an NVIDIA specific story. There are several other factors that are really guiding the market. NVIDIA did not release earnings this week, so this does suggest that the price movements here are not being directly based on developments that are occurring within the company itself. So, to the downside, what we really want to see here just in order to make sure that this is not a false breakout to the downside, we will be watching for a weekly close, daily close and weekly close, because this is the Friday session. So we will be looking for a weekly close below this 102.50 level. If we do see that occur, really the only line in the sand here comes in just above this $100 mark, because this is a 61.8% Fibonacci retracement of this dominant bull wave here. To the top side, we've got quite a distance to travel here before we can really start to expect share prices to start recovering many of these losses. And for me, I would really need to see a break above the 120 mark. So here's the current market analysis for NVIDIA Corporation, stock ticker NVDA. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.